to show you how to upload a blog post in the back end of WordPress. So first, when you log in, you'll be taken to your dashboard. Head over to the post section on the left-hand side and click Add New. This will bring up this page, which is a new post page. And what you need to do is click Backend Editor. Here you'll find the section to enter your title. So I'm just doing this blog post just as an example. So copy and paste your title into this section. And next scroll down to here and click Add a Text Block. Then go back to your post and take the first couple of paragraphs, copy them and paste them into your text block by pressing this little edit symbol, highlighting the placeholder text, Control V or Command V if you're on Mac to paste it in, click Save Changes. As you can see, the next section is an image. Now, this image can be found here. I'm just going to quickly download this free copyright image, and that's always important to have an image that is copyright free from a site like Pixabay. I'm going to download it here so I can use it on my blog post. So then I will go back to my blog post and click this little plus symbol, and then I will search image. I will click on single image, and then I will upload the image here from my download section. There it is, Lighthouse. I will upload that and I will create an alt text that is good for SEO, such as this post is about Byron Bay. So that is what I'm going to put in my alt text and just give it some context. Byron Bay Lighthouse on Cliff. The more descriptive you are, the better it is. And then I'm just going to copy that into the title and description. And then the caption I'm going to write that more. The Byron Bay Lighthouse in New South Wales. Set that image. And then I'm just going to make sure that the image size is medium. We don't want it to be thumbnail size. Or we could enter in the actual size, which I believe was 1280 by 850, which is a little bit big, but let's just do that for purposes. So you can see. We're going to center the alignment and we're going to add the caption, which I wrote already. And we won't worry about that for now. And we will click Save Changes. And as you can see, the image is now here. Now we're going to click here and add some extra text block. And I'm going to just copy the rest of my post into this text block. Now, as you can see, it hasn't formatted these headings. So I'm just going to go through and make sure that they are as heading ones throughout. This is a blog post that has not been edited, so please ignore the typos and anything else that you might see. Now, normally we want to include up to around 4 to 5 images per blog post. Now we scroll down and we come to the SEO section. Now, as I said, this post is about Byron Bay, so I'm just going to put that in there. And let's just shorten this slug because it's a bit long. It's about Byron Bay backpacking, so we will include that. Now we're just going to write a description. So I can't even remember what this blog was about, but let's do a short description. If you have ever wanted to visit Byron Bay, here is everything you need to know about a backpacking trip to the region. Now, as you can see, it's come up with green. We want to make sure that is green here because that means that your meta description is an adequate length. We can also see that the SEO analysis has popped up green, which means if you click here, it will tell you what you're missing to improve it. So for example, it's saying you need to put in an internal link if you want it to rank more highly. Now, an internal link is a link to somewhere else on your website. So you could just copy and paste a link such as like this. You can do that by highlighting sorry about that. You go to edit, you highlight the text that you want to link, and you click this hyperlink button and you type in the URL there. And then you press apply. But as I haven't put a link in there, it's not coming up. And then you click save changes. Now, one other thing, we want to make sure that these are all categorized, all your blog posts. So for example, this is a travel post. I might add a new category and you can house it underneath a different category. So maybe I would house it under published books, for example. This is not really what I would do, but this is just an example. You could house it under that, or you could just keep it as on its own and not housed under anything. Just going to add this new category for now. Tags just help people to find your posts. So I'll put in Byron Bay, backpacking, anything that is relevant to that post, and click add. Now scrolling down, we want to make sure that we've got a featured image. So I'm just going to use the image that is in the post, which is completely fine. You can use an image that is already being used in the post. Now I'm just going to look here. The readability isn't great. It's saying that these are the ways you can improve it. Your paragraph lengths are too long. It says it should have a maximum 150 words, and it will, if you click that button, it will highlight which paragraphs are too long. Generally it does, but as we can see, there are a few long paragraphs. So what we could do is we could just go back and break up some of these paragraphs and make it a bit easier to read. And maybe the sentences are a bit long, so we could improve that. And once you've improved all these parts, this should turn green. So that's the aim of the game. Once you've done that, we're just going to ignore the other sections for the moment. Although, one thing we're going to make sure we've got activated is the author of the post, which I can't really see where that is right now. But you want to make sure that if you're logged in as yourself, it should be you as the author, so that's all fine. Once this is ready to go, we hit publish. And if we want to view it before we hit publish, we can always click on this button up here, which before it's hit publish, it says preview. And we can just open that in a new tab and we can see what the post will look like. So we've got the headline. This is the featured image up the top. We can change that formatting so it doesn't come up the top if we don't want it to be. Headline, written by Annie. And as you can see, like I might want to go back and put in an extra space here, a space beneath the headlines because it looks a bit, on top of each other, and just space it out a little. So that's a good way we can view it before we go ahead. And if we don't like that featured image at the top there, we can just remove that. Or we can change it in the backend and settings and make the featured image not appear right at the top of the post. So this is it without it at the top of the post. And there you go. That is how we publish a blog post. And then if we want to just share it, we just copy this, copy link address, and we can just post it, send it to anyone, and they will be able to read our blog post. And there you have it.